everyone. So today I'm gonna introduce Jeju Island, the most beloved travel destination in Korea. In Korea, Jeju Island is one of the most popular places that first come to mind when you think of trip. Since it's the southernmost island in Korea and accessible only by boat or plane, so it's considered a special place away from daily life. Jeju, which has a wonderfully unique and beautiful natural environment, as well as great sights and food, is Korea's representative travel destination. It's always bustling as a vacation spot for things like school trips for students and honeymoons. Jeju Island is surrounded by the sea on all sides, so it has a completely different natural environment from mainland. It's not just an island, but it's created by volcanic activity. Jeju Island's unique topography is the result of this volcanic activity. Centered around Hallasan Mountain, a dormant volcano, Jeju Island is made up of shield-shaped hills. At the top of Hallasan Mountain, which is 1,950 meters above sea level, is Baeklokdam, a crater surrounded by about 360 small satellite cones that are formed when the volcano erupted into the hills that descended along the crater. These small volcanoes are called orem. Orem are popular with tourists because they can only be seen in Jeju. The most famous orem are 성산 일출봉, Top Cone, and 산군부리 crater. 성산 일출봉 is a popular spot to watch the rising morning sun and a representative attraction in Jeju Island. And 산군부리 is famous as a great photo spot because the road leading up to it is simply marvelous. And also there is a 검은 orem, which is the only orem on Jeju Island, listed as a UNESCO World Natural Heritage. There are also lava caves such as 협재굴 Cave and 만장굴 Cave, which are created by flowing hot lava. Basalt, which is formed when lava cools down, splits into pillars, creating interesting and majestic cliffs. This is a beautiful cliff is called the 주상절리 Cliff. 정방 Falls and 천지연 Falls are very famous for their beautiful waterfalls flowing along columnar joints or 주상절리. 협재 Beach, with its impressive emerald color water, and 용머리 Coast, a promenade on the sea, are also famous travel destinations in Jeju. Jeju Island is also famous as a tourist destination for seeing flowers in full bloom throughout the 4 seasons. You can see yellow canola flowers in spring, blue hydrangeas in summer, silver flame grass in autumn, and red camellias in winter. The red camellia is notable as a flower that symbolizes Jeju and is considered a special flower that demonstrates the breathtaking beauty of Jeju in the middle of winter. So if you visit to Jeju in winter, do not forget to drop by Camellia Hill, a place where roughly 6,000 camellia trees form a dense forest. Camellia Hill, the largest camellia arboretum in Asia, is famous not only for camellia flowers, but also for beautiful hydrangeas clusters. So one of the most incredible things about Jeju Island is the food. The representative foods of Jeju Island, which is full of eye-opening, nose-filling, and mouth-watering foods, include fresh tangerines and hallabong, black pork, and grilled silver cutlet fish. A variety of local and fusion dishes made with plenty of seafood, such as clams, abalone, and octopus, as well as delightful and yummy street food, will make your Jeju trip even more memorable. Jeju Island is an icon of food travel, so I mainly introduce the sights and food. However, it's also a place with a long history and unique culture and folklore. There is a word that refers to Jeju Island, 삼다, 삼무. It means three elements exist in abundance, and the other three elements are hard to find. The three abundant are stone, wind, and women. The island is a huge mass of basalt formed by volcanic activity, so there are many stones, and since it's surrounded by the sea and it's windy. And the reason there are so many women is men went out to sea to fish and died, but in fact, on Jeju Island, it's because women work hard to make a living. So Jeju has a unique occupation called 해녀, a professional female diver. 해녀 are women who work in the sea gathering sea cucumbers and abalones. Jeju's unique 해녀 culture was recognized for its value and registered as a UNESCO World Intangible Heritage in 2016. So what is 삼무? 삼무 implies there are not three elements, the thieves, gates, or beggars in Jeju Island. As the environment of Jeju was quite barren, the people were always diligent and sincere, so there were no beggars. Additionally, they were accustomed to the culture of helping each other and living with trust, so they didn't need high gates. When the owner of the house went out to work, it was enough to hang a long branch over the entrance of the house as a sign that there was no one home. So this branch is called 정랑 and can only be found in traditional houses in Jeju Island. Jeju has the word that there are no thieves because no one enters another's home to steal. Then how old is the history of Jeju and what are its characteristics? People have lived in Jeju Island since prehistoric times, thousands of years ago. After the beginning of the historical era, it was called Tamla, which means island country. The current name Jeju means a village across the sea. Since it's located at the southernmost of Korean peninsula, that is far, very far from the capital. So it used to be a place of exile for criminals hundreds of years ago. Chusa Kim Jung-hee, a renowned scholar and artist of the Joseon dynasty, also lived in exile here on Jeju Island and painted his famous work, 세한도, which is designated as a national treasure here. On Jeju Island, there is a memorial hall for the exile site where Kim Jung-hee lived. There is also a tourist site related to Lee Jung-seop, a painter who lived as a refugee in Jeju during the Korean War. With the birthplace of Lee Jung-seop, an art gallery, and an art street, it's a place many people visit as a travel destination where nature and art harmonize. And Jeju Island is also where one of the biggest tragedies in modern Korean history, the 4-3 incident in 1948, took place. 30,000 of lives were sacrificed and 130 villages were devastated in this incident, which was the Korean version of the Holocaust, in which massacres were carried out by the government. This tragedy was so pervasive everywhere in Jeju. In order to commemorate this tragedy, the 4-3 historic sites, Memorial Park, and Memorial Hall were created, and it's used as a stark reminder of the need for peace and human rights education. And lastly, I'd like to tell you about the symbols that represent Jeju. 돌하르방, which is the stone grandpa, is the mascot of Jeju Island. You can find at the Jeju airport also all of Jeju souvenir shops. 돌하르방 are stone statues made of basalt and a special artifact. 하르방 is a term of a Jeju dialect that means grandfather. 돌하르방 were usually built at the entrances of villages and served as guardians for them. Isn't it interesting to see a smiling face with large eyes and clenched fists? Jeju Island is called a failure-free travel destination, meaning that it's always a pleasant place no matter where you go, when you go, or who you're with. Jeju is not only great for a short tour, but also a great place to live for a month. And this living for a month trend starts in Jeju first, and is rising up as a popular travel trend. Living for a month is when a traveler stays for a month in an area other than their home. Many people stay in Jeju for rest and comfort and to have time for self-reflection. In Jeju, travelers who want to stay like this are welcome with the words 놀멍, 쉬멍, 혼자 없어 예, which means welcome to Jeju. Let's have fun and relax. So if you ever come to Korea, I hope you experience the Korean way of traveling by visiting Jeju Island, eating, enjoying, and resting. Thank you.